what am I doing in the middle of a shipping lane, I hear you ask? Well, there's a very good reason for that, because it's New Pin Day. Not a major shipping lane, by the way. Past those ships there, you have Portsmouth. Then we just came out of Portsmouth, by the way. There was like warships and aircraft carriers, frigates, destroyers. Don't know the difference, but I know what an aircraft carrier is anyway. And over here, on this side, we're going towards the Isle of Wight, because we're in the Solent, which is basically bottom of an estuary. If you don't know, bottom of an estuary in the UK, just going into the English Channel. New Pin Day. And the reason it's New Pin Day is because I've been searching for one of these pins for a little while. We'll reveal it in this video, don't worry. I'm not going to keep teasing it all day long. There's loads of ships around though. I'm getting rid of Jurassic Park, a Jurassic Park Home Edition, basically. And the reason I'm doing that is just to facilitate getting this new pin and to free up some funds for a bit of Foo Fighters, bit of Pulp Fiction. Pulp Fiction looks such a good game, doesn't it? And the funny thing is, the reason I like Pulp Fiction is for one of the reasons that I'm picking up the games today. Since getting Dolly, I've really caught the bug for these early, I guess the late 70s, early 80s solid state games. I love the spinner, the drop targets. I've caught the bug for it, absolutely, and I'm going to get one today. So the idea is we're taking Jurassic Park Home Edition. That's getting, not only is it getting traded, but a bit of cash my way and a trade, so it gets me a new pin in and frees up some money for Foo Fighters. I was going to say Pulp Fiction, but Pulp Fiction we're not going to probably see for another year yet anyway. So the idea is we go and get the pin. I'll show you the pin when we go and get it. It's a do-a-upperer, and what we're looking to do is restore it with the help of Ant. And Ant is very kindly allowing me to... Oh, hold on. I'm sorry, I had to stop recording then because the captain made an announcement. His announcement's probably more important than what I'm saying. So Ant, as you know, did that wonderful Terminator 2 restoration. If you've not seen it, check it out on the channel. I'm also popping up to see him soon to go and look at his Addams family. He's done a double Addams family refurbishment, which is going to be absolutely magnificent. Ant has very kindly to allow me some space in his studio. We're going to film it as a series. He's going to instruct me on how to renovate this... Well, I almost said the name of the pinball machine then. This classic game that needs restoring. There's just people there. They're not cheering because I said a classic game, by the way. So he's going to help me sort of bring it back to life. Anyway, we're nearly there now. We're actually nearly on the island. So I'm going to stop recording. I'm going to get on my journey, about a 20-minute drive, and should be at the pinball machine. Right, I've arrived. The weather you probably can't see it on the camera. The weather's really brightened up. It was, as you know, on that crossing, it wasn't very nice at all. There is, secured nicely. You hear the seagulls? So you can tell we're near the coast. There's the JP Home Edition, nicely secured. I will miss it. It's a good game. It's a really good game. Some excellent shots. Everybody that's played it has really enjoyed it. But it's definitely going to a good home. But I'm going to turn the camera around now. And we're going to go and have a look, the big reveal as to what I have got. And there it is. An 8-ball deluxe, which is coming home with me. As I say, this is a doer-upper-up. We'll take a closer look when we get home. But I'm really looking forward to doing so. Just while we're having a little sneaky look around while we're here. Inside here, we've got some rubbers. We got another pop bumper cap. There's a hard top in there because, as you may well have seen, the playfield needs sorting out. Basically, so there's a hard top in there. I've looked. You can't actually get the playfields at the moment, so that's really good. I think I'll definitely be purchasing a new back glass because you can see that one's pretty cracked. I need to sort out these displays here. These two work, that doesn't, these two. But as I say, this is going to be a really lovely, lovely project. Wonderful. Right, anyway, what we'll do is let's get this back home. Get it into the man cave. We'll fire it up. We'll have a cheeky game. I've just had a cheeky game. We'll have a cheeky game at the man cave, and then probably get it folded down, and we'll get it sorted, and we'll get it over to Ant's, and we'll start the restoration, which will definitely be featuring on this channel. there we go. Leaving the Isle of Wight with 8 Ball Deluxe safely on board. The vessel. Little pirate for you there. Weather's picked up, as you can see. That's the mainland over there. About a 45-minute trip back. I'm looking forward to getting that game plugged in, actually. It's heavy. I did notice it was really heavy. Just been giving the playfield some thought, really. So we got the hard top. Now, I didn't know what a hard top was before 2 weeks ago. I've not been in the hobby long. Well, not in terms of ownership, certainly. I 2018 got my first pinball machine. So it's the whole. I was going to say it's a voyage of discovery. There we go. A little bit of piracy again. I am a little bit worried actually that pirates we might get boarded or something like that, and somebody might steal. Maybe that's the pirates there. They might steal the 8 Ball Deluxe. Actually, I just digress. I did have a little game of Pirates of the Caribbean, which was quite fitting given the theme of the day. So that was good fun. I actually had to end the game. I was doing all right in it. I had to end the game, so I had to come back and fetch the ferry back. But yeah, that was interesting, sinking the ships, and I've never played that before. Anyway, I digress. The point of the matter is on the playfield, so the hard top, it sort of divides opinion. I've watched a few videos. You've got to sand down the playfield. You stick this hard top down, which is basically like a sticky playfield protector. It's got the artwork on it. You sand all the original artwork off. Some people like them, some don't. I spoke to Neil the other day when I popped around to collect a couple of bits and pieces from Neil's house, and he said, get the playfield. I think is it CPR who do it? I think that's the company. They're sort of they're £1,000 though, and they didn't have any in. But apparently they are a lot better. But then that's going to be a lot more work to swap that playfield over, isn't it? So I don't know. I mean, it's going to require a lot of work, this game, to bring it back up to standards and to. It's never going to be exactly like new, but I want it to be lovely. I'm not going to get rid of this game. I know I say that about some, but I do keep some games. I've kept Deadpool. I've kept Batman for a long time as well. So I do keep games. Aerosmith's hanging on by the seat of its pants, really. And I've got Godzilla. That's not going anywhere. But so I would like to keep this older game, but I've got a decision to make on that playfield, really. Whether to do the hard top or not. I guess there's nothing wrong with putting the hard top on. If it doesn't work out, you can always just swap the playfield out. But I'm really looking forward to it. It's going to be a really, really good project. Heavy. The machine was heavy, though. I did notice that. So going to be interesting to try and get that into the cave to finish this video. Particularly as my son is not around. Obviously not around because I'm out today. So yeah, we'll have to see. Anyway, there's trusty old Blighty over there. I'll try and see if I can capture the warships for you. Right, we're nearly there. So we've come from over there. We've crossed international, probably not international waters, definitely not international waters, but shipping lanes. We've evaded sharks, a potential boarding by pirates. There's things you do to get a pinball machine. And now, I promised you warships. Look at that size of that bloody thing. It's an aircraft carrier. Named an aircraft carrier because it carries aircraft, but I think it might be named Elizabeth. Queen Elizabeth. I don't know. I don't even know where you can discount that information. It's probably incorrect. But it's huge. It doesn't look huge to you. It's just phone size. But believe you me, in real life, that is massive. And there we have it, back home in the cave. Let's have a little closer look at what we've got. It's been a very, very long day. So, I think first things first, shall we have a little look at the coin door? So I'm very much looking at this with a view to what am I going to have to do? And when I say what am I going to have to do, I want to get it back up to a really good standard, sort of almost original. So I don't know. At this stage, I don't know whether I buy a new coin door, whether that can be refurbished. Not entirely sure. What's quite evident from the start is the cab is going to need to be sanded down, repainted, and of course, you have to get a screen printed. So that's something, we're going to learn. I'm going to look forward to doing that. Ant's going to show me how to do that. You can see there's something etched into the side here as well. But I do love it. I'm already in love with this thing. I think it's absolutely fantastic, and I'm as excited about this as a new in-box game, has to be said. The legs, look, they get new legs, isn't it? I'd imagine. Probably just new legs, I think. I think so. And I think looking at these side rails here, I'm pretty sure they can be polished up. So I think that's the thing to do with those, get those polished up. Let's go for a little wander. We'll deal with the playfield in a minute. Let's just look at the side of the back box. I mean, you can see the original work there. But as you can see, it really has seen better days. The glass, well, I showed you earlier when we went to collect it from location. This cowboy needs a new hat, quite frankly. This cowboy's seen better days, but we're gonna bring him back to life. As you can see, it's not just that there's cracking; it's actually just peeled in some areas, completely peeled off. But that's fine. I don't mind that at all. Got some rusting down here. But I do. I guess you can buy all of this stuff anyway. I mean, it's a new back glass. I don't know if this comes with the back glass or not, but hopefully it does. If so, then that's that sorted out. Really, we'll have a quick look around the other side. But you have to excuse me. I don't have a light around this side, but I'm sure you can see there. It's much the same. Okay, let's dial this light down. The twanger's in a sorry state. The twanger is in a sorry state. Oh, did you see in the comments on the videos I got told off for calling it a twanger? Oh, it says no. We need to sort that twanger out. Yeah, somebody didn't like it. Anyway, this is the lock bar. Again, I think that can just be polished up. I think that'll come back to life pretty well. That one there. This apron, I mean, it's just loads of rust spots on it. I don't know what you do with that. Do you get a new one? Do you shot blast it and get it repainted? And if so, where'd you get these from to get those lines on there? That's going to be interesting. I definitely want to see these on a video, and on Dolly Parton. Keith's done both these new. And sorry, I've got to say a massive thank you to Keith, New Forest Pinball, for getting me into it, really, for helping me. Without him lending me Dolly Parton, I wouldn't have fallen in love with these games. So thanks, Keith, mate. I had a little quick go when I was there. The gentleman I purchased it off just put those. He got a little for his little son. He just put those on to block up the out lane. So we'll have a game in a minute, and we'll snip those off. And I guess that the flipper mechanisms are going to need to be done. These plastics, these ones are actually, they seem okay. I'm not going to do stuff for the sake of it. I do have a new rubbers kit. There you go, there's the targets there. I've got the spare pop bumper cap. These, I guess there's nothing can be done with these. These are so sort of frosted that they're going to need to be replaced. And obviously the big thing about the whole game is the playfield. Playfield needs sorting. I'm not sure what to do, as I was discussing on the boat, but something needs to be done here. There's no doubt about that. But it's great. I absolutely love it. It's an antique, isn't it? And I think we sort of owe it to Pinball to do this up, and to do this up really, really well in its original condition with the original colours, and just bring it back to life so it's shiny. Really shiny and working well. In terms of working well, I think it probably does work well. It is Well, at least it was when I picked it up. Unless the voyage has made it not so. It's a working, functioning 8-ball deluxe, and I am absolutely delighted with it. So I'm just going to stick one camera on, no big gameplay reveal or anything like. Well, it's no reveal. I think it's 1981. You've all seen it before, haven't you? But I'll just pop one camera up, and let's see it in action, shall we? Okay, here we go. Now, the difference here that you can see immediately, well, for me, is it's told me that I've hit the 1 ball there, and actually, technically, I've hit the 2. So it's no surprise that there's going to be some lamps out and lights we need doing here. But the one thing that's really noticeable difference between this and Dolly Parton, only a couple of years between them, there's call-outs on here, which I think is really good. Oh dear, no drop catch there. But as you can see, it's a working, playing, draining 8-ball deluxe. I feel very fortunate. So I've knocked all of those targets down. Oh my goodness, honestly awful.
Make the 8-ball corner pocket.
The 8-ball, which of course is just around here. I remember this from Tony's. We've got the stand-up target, and then we got the saucer around there.
Get the 8-ball corner pocket. Sink the 8-ball corner pocket.
Now, the one thing I can tell you straight away here is
Make the
the slingshots are far kinder than Dolly Parton. The Dolly Parton slingshots have only got to touch it, and then they go absolutely mad, and that's what sort of goes towards making it such a brutal game. You've only got to sort of brush along the sides of them, and they'll start going. So I don't know if that's because these are old, or that's just more something that happens with Dolly Parton and not with this game. But it feels good. I mean, it feels like it needs a lot of work, don't get me wrong, but it feels good. But we'll have another game. Let me just show you the display. Just up here, as you will see, this one is working, that one's working, the credit display's not working, these at the bottom, they're faulty. Now, that's not a massive issue, because I know that Alan J on the forum, I think he's made replacement ones for those. So that's not a mystery. That's one thing that I don't have to figure out where to source. I know he's got those, so that'll be cool. I think maybe he's done different coloured ones, quite possibly. But as I say, by and large, on this game, I'm going to stick to the original. You know, we'll make this nice and shiny, all the armour, but it will still, we'll still keep it as a sort of silver armour, absolutely. Right, let's have another go.
Chalk up.
Chalk up. But yeah, look at that upper flipper in such an early game. I don't know what the earliest upper flipper was, but it feels like it's, an early game for it. The coin door has just swung open. So. I love those targets there.
Go for C.
Go for C. Oh, C is the I just noticed. Sorry, that'll teach me. I just noticed it was that in lane there. Shoot for that. Okay, that's really cool. This is charming. I've got to say, this game is charming. I guess you're going to need to be quite late on that upper flipper to hit those bottom targets.
Shoot for 7 ball.
Yeah, see there at the slingshot, it brushed there and it didn't activate. On dolly, that'd be absolutely going crazy.
Get the 7 ball. Side pocket.
So it's telling you, the call out says telling you hit the 7 ball. I've hit all of them apart from that last target, which is 7 ball, which I've now done.
Check the 8 ball.
That's weird. Look what see what the flipper did. That's funny. Wasn't me doing that. Like a little micro flick on there.
Make the 8 ball corner pocket.
Oh dear, silly mate, silly mate. That's a shame. We're going to go for the 8 ball then. So it's got like a little nervous twitch. This has. It's got Tourette's. This flipper. One more game. One more game. I'll just edit this video and try and get it up the same day that I've got the pinball machine.
Go for 8. 5 ball. 4 ball.
So I think the idea is here is once you've knocked all of these targets down, you then hit the yellow targets behind. So you get all the balls and then you spell deluxe. I think that's the thing. Then obviously you've got to hit it up here, the stand-up target for the 8 ball, then into the saucer. Saucer scores bonus, special when lit. Corner pocket target scores lit value. Making A, B, C, D advances corner pocket value. This is great. What they've done here is, I mean, you've got C and D here. So you can see the advances in pinball here. They're using the in-lanes, the rollovers in the in-lanes to really sort of factor in the scoring. You can see the development from sort of, I think Dolly Parton was 1978 to this, maybe 1981. You can see the advances here.
2 ball.
Oh,
Go for
bollocks. What's that at? This is, as I say, I've said it already, it's charming. What a charming game. Really looking forward to getting this back to its former glory. So all the 8 ball pops back up, but it remembers your progress here. You know, like Dolly Parton in that sense. Dolly Parton remembers, you know, what letters of her name you've already got. This remembers how many balls you've knocked down. It's 10. It's 1 left. It's a 7 ball. It's telling you it's late on this flipper. Not that late. It's dangerous that off the upper flipper, isn't it? If you're not careful. If you're not careful, you hit it straight down the out lane. If you hit it too late. It's good. It's really good.
Sink the 7 ball.
It'd be really nice to see this game, you know, playing faster, playing more brutal. I want it to play brutal. Get those slingshots livened up a bit. Wonderful. There you go. Look, we'll leave it there. I think you've seen quite enough of that. And there you have it, 8-Ball Deluxe. I'm ecstatic with it, really thrilled actually, and even though I was just playing there, and I didn't even play particularly well, and there's clearly a number of things on the machine that need tweaking. I'm really, really happy with this. I look forward to doing them, and I've got to thank Ant so much for offering me the space in his workshop, and you know, he's offered me use of his tools and he's going to show me what to do and advise me and help me, and that's incredibly generous of him. And it'd be interesting now to start opening it up when I eventually take it to his and to find out what's wrong. I've no doubt that there'll be a bill of materials, that stuff I'll have to go and buy, but I do want to restore it back to, you know, it's sort of so it looks like in its original condition, much the same as Keith brought Dolly Parton back to life. Well, not literally, of course. Keith didn't actually resuscitate Dolly Parton, but the pinball machine, Keith brought that pinball machine back to life, as he's done to so many. That's Keith at New Forest Pinball. But yeah, I'd like to very much do the same with this, and goodness knows what's going on under the bonnet of this one. Here, it's funny, it's really, playfield's really sticky. Really, really sticky. Speaking of which, I've got this out for you to show you. So that's the hard top. So that is what the playfield is meant to look like. I hope there's enough light there to be able to show you this stuff. Yeah. Just got to work out what to do, haven't I, really, on that. So you've got the hard top there. Got to get some advice, really, in terms of the hard top, the playfields. Playfield's £1,000, and that's from the States. And I'm pretty sure, you know, with customs and import duty or whatever it is, it's probably going to be a little bit more expensive than that. So I think already, I do expect this project to cost money. Don't get me wrong, I'm not expecting this to be cheap, but £1,000 on top, you know, maybe I'll just use that because I've already got it. I need advice on this, and this is what it's all about. Hey, look, this is what this channel's all about, is about the learning process, getting into the hobby of pinball and finding out things. But I was really pleased about this. I actually remember speaking with Matt Vince at the first Pinfest, and he said he wished I'd played more games. He wished I was featuring more older games, and now I am doing it, and I think I just needed to grow into that and sort of learn more about the hobby. And I've no doubt once I've sort of scratched this itch, I'll probably go back and look at some of the electromechanical ones. But there's so much. I think there's just so much to be admired in these older games as well, and I think, you know, particularly these sort of simple rule sets, they really do resonate with me, and I found that with Dolly Parton, just an understandable rule set, like, you know, getting all the drop targets for the ball numbers knocked down, and then hitting this 8-ball target here, then getting it in the saucer. I like it. So there you go. Thank you ever so much for watching. Keep your eyes on the channel. I hope to be stood in this position at some point in the future, showing off my completely refurbished 8-Ball Deluxe, and I'm sure I'll be popping pictures up of how it looked, before and after pictures. So I look forward to be able to bring that to you in video form. Keep your eyes on the channel. Loads and loads of other stuff coming up in the near future. As ever, thank you very much for watching. Thanks for your continued support, and please do, if you haven't done so already, please do stick a thumbs up on the video. Helps massively with the algorithm, apparently, so I'm told. And please do, if you haven't subscribed already, please subscribe. And next to the subscribe button, there's a little bell. If you ding that bell, press the bell, then you'll be notified every time we upload a video.